The Black Ops 7 beta has been out for roughly 24 hours, and we've all gotten a chance to dive in a little bit, playing the new maps, using the new guns, new perks, new movement. It's all fresh, it's all exciting. In this video, I'm going to go through my honest first thoughts on the experience overall, what I like, what I don't like, with a full breakdown coming after the beta has ended. Let's get into it. Before we get started, if you're new here and looking for more Call of Duty content, hit that subscribe button, and hit that like button if you enjoy the video. Let's go. We're gonna start with some things I don't like, and I'm gonna be honest, it's a longer list than I thought it would be. But I think for the most part, we're dealing with a good Call of Duty game with a very solid base. My biggest gripe so far is the map sizing. Not the maps themselves, just the sizing. They feel too small. Especially Forge and Cortex, and with the movement being so fast, they just seem small. As an example, all of the objectives on Forge are all really close together. You can get from C-Dom to B-Dom in seconds. With that being said though, I think all of these are better than the Black Ops 6 maps, hands down. And just because I think they're too small, doesn't mean I don't like them. I would just prefer them to be slightly larger. The crashes are happening way too much. We shouldn't even be crashing at all. I don't know if it's a Call of Duty HQ specific problem or a server problem, but the fact remains this cannot be happening, especially when the overall feeling for this game and Call of Duty in general is at an all-time low. They need to figure this out ASAP. The Gravemaker. If you've been killed by this thing, or even used it, you know it's absolutely busted. This thing is just dumb. You can literally see and shoot players through walls. Not just one wall, no, you can shoot through an infinite number of walls. We don't even need cheats anymore. We got the Gravemaker. This streak absolutely needs a rework. My only suggestion would be to make it so you can only shoot through one or two solid objects at full damage. After that, it has some damage drop off. Either way, it needs a rework. Skill-based matchmaking. I didn't want to say it. I really didn't, but skill-based matchmaking feels awful. I know it's day one of an essentially closed beta where only hardcore fans are playing, but damn, bro, it's bad. I also haven't played COD in months, so that might have something to do with it. Either way, I think it's bad. I'm low-key getting shit on. But it's not gonna change, so I'll leave it at that. Maybe I'm just bad now? That's probably it. Okay. I hated the manual doors in Call of Duty since forever, but there seems to be a million automatic doors now. Forge and Cortex are full of them. I'll probably get used to it, but they need to tone that down a little bit. They actually piss me off more than the manual ones, which I didn't think was possible. Why do we even need doors at all? Let's just get rid of them. The netcode feels pretty awful. It might be a me thing, but there's gunfights where I absolutely melt, and then gunfights where I feel my bullets don't register for a few shots. The Call of Duty servers are notoriously pretty bad, but hopefully this improves for launch. Dexterity is too much of a crutch perk. If you aren't running Dexterity, you're at a severe disadvantage in most gunfights, at least any gunfight that you're moving, which is a majority of them. I feel like this should just be the default movement mechanic because honestly, everyone is just going to use this anyway, and all of the other perk 3 perks are not that great, so it's an easy choice to use Dexterity. The final thing I don't like, just based on my first thoughts, is the time to kill seems way too fast. Obviously, this is with very little to no testing actually done. I'm just going strictly based on feel. The devs have said it's supposed to feel the same as Black Ops 6, but it's definitely faster. This needs to be slowed a little. It cannot stay the way it is. Good news, Matt Scrantz has tweeted saying that they're working on the time to kill through the beta to get the balancing right. This is great news, they know it's an issue, we just have to find that perfect balance. Overall, not too much to dislike right now based on my first thoughts. Obviously, this time to kill needs to get sorted out, That's the biggest cause for concern at the moment, but I'll test that further later this weekend. Skill-based matchmaking is annoying, but it's day 1 of the beta, so that's to be expected. Few other small things that need working, but overall, not too bad. Now, let's get into some of the good things. The gunplay is very good. It feels very similar to Black Ops 6 in that regard, and that was one of the things Black Ops 6 did very well. But since the gunplay is so clean, they need to raise that time to kill, for sure. I like the uniqueness of the guns. They all feel and look very different from each other, making it easy to differentiate. I found the last few years, all of the guns have kind of felt the same, so I like the direction they went this year with the designs. Everything from the overall aesthetic, iron sights, recoil, they all feel different, which is awesome to see. The movement is insane. Wall jumping can be a little clunky at times, and it is hard to chain together jumps just based on the map design, but I love the skill gap it's creating already, and the guesswork that needs to be done in potential gunfights. Are people going to slide around the corner, or are they going to wall jump around the corner? It's so much fun to try and predict. But it'll be interesting to see how players will break this, because every time there's a new movement implemented, it gets broken somehow. Either way, wall jumping is fun. I'm into it. My only thing with the movement is that it feels like it's missing something. Like every time I wall jump, I feel like I should be able to boost jump as well. It seems like this game was designed with advanced movement in mind, but never fully implemented it. Either way, the movement is good, but something is missing there for sure. Active camo is actually more balanced than I thought it would be. It's semi-easy to spot people using it. It lasts a decent amount of time, but not too long. You can hear the voice activation for it, so you know that they're around. I feel like it's in a pretty good spot, and it didn't feel too overpowered. Streaks are powerful again. Some people probably see this as a negative, but streaks are supposed to be powerful. They need to feel rewarding to achieve, and all of the streaks I've gotten in Black Ops 7 definitely feel that way. Some a little too powerful. The VTOL is insane, as it should be. It's the highest streak in the game. The Gravemaker is where I draw the line here. As I mentioned before, that streak is absolutely busted and needs to be adjusted. Overclocking is a great addition. This year, we get to overclock our equipment, so our streaks, lethals, tacticals, and field upgrades. This offers a lot of cool ways to customize these items, making them better and stronger. The more you use your equipment and have success with them, you will unlock more overclocks. For example, Scout Pulse's first overclock lowers the score cost, and the second overclock adds a radar ping that shows directional arrows instead of red dots. So what was once a boring and not that useful score streak suddenly becomes very easy to get and becomes a lot better with that directional arrow. We haven't seen anything like this since Infinite Warfare, I believe, where we could upgrade our streaks, and that was one of my favorite features in that game. And it gives you an incentive to actually use different streaks to unlock their overclocks as well. I am super excited about this. I really like the UI. It's super clean from the created class screen to the in-game HUD. It all looks really good this year, and we're slowly getting back to what made the Call of Duty UI so great to begin with: simplicity. Health bars are back, and that's a good thing. I've always liked health bars being in the game. I think Black Ops 4 was the first game to have them, and then Cold War was the last game to have them. Please correct me if I'm wrong there. But I love the health bars. I believe it's a toggleable feature, so if you don't want to use them, you don't have to. But with them, you know that your callouts are going to be 100% accurate for your teammates. I'm not going to touch on each map specifically in this video, but I will say the 3 that are included, Forge, Exposure, and Cortex, are already all better than the maps in Black Ops 6. Maybe not Skyline. Granted, that's not a high bar, but it's a good start. The maps all look great, play well, and spawns seem okay so far. So in terms of maps, so far so good. I'm excited to play Blackheart, Imprint, and Toshin later this weekend. All of those maps look awesome, and I can't wait to hop into them. Okay guys, that's gonna do it. My very honest first thoughts after 24 hours of the Black Ops 7 beta. A lot of things to like: maps, gunplay, UI, overclocking, movement, but also a lot of things to dislike. Time to kill, crashes, the Gravemaker, SBMM, netcode, and too many doors. But overall, the base game that we have is very solid, and I think with the right amount of tender love and care, we're in for a good year of Call of Duty. Is it too little too late for the franchise? We'll find out. How are you guys feeling about the beta so far? What things do you like, and what are some things you dislike? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, if you enjoyed, hit that like button and subscribe for more Call of Duty content. I'll see you in the next video. We'll chat then.